This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to Seaworld's Orca Encounter. I'm Liz, and I'm honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. There's nothing like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behavior. We hope this Orca Encounter will help you gain a greater appreciation for these incredible animals and all that they represent.
I'm sorry. Did you get wet?
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey.
Shit, bro. Doesn't even look like a whale anymore.
When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Killer whales truly are a natural wonder, and Corky is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath at the surface. Even the location of her eyes works to her advantage. It looks like her eye is in the white eye patch, but that is a visual distraction. Her eye is located in the black area, camouflage from harassing prey. The dorsal fin on the killer whale's back helps to stabilize the whales while they swim. It also helps with regulating their body temperature.
Yeah, that's fine. Or we can even go down there.
The flippers on either side of the killer whale are called pectoral flippers, and they are used mainly for stopping and steering. They also have 5 bony digits on the inside, just like a human hand. The lobes on either side of the killer whale's tail are called flukes, and are the killer whale's engine, propelling them close to 30 miles per hour as fast as our speedboats. And they swim the fastest and use the most power when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation.
Nang? Meron dito. Hindi, meron there's a beluga somewhere.
Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at Seaworld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at Seaworld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family.
It's a dolphin?
Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as part of their communication. For example, a mother may use a peck slap to get her calf's attention. But if they really want to be heard, they breathe. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate and get a better view of their surroundings when they hunt.
Nagko-coordinate sila. Tinitingnan nila yung surroundings nila.
Flute slaps are another form of communication killer whales use in the wild.
That is not a tail slap.
Communicators, so it's no surprise they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Connie is going to be showing us a very similar movement right in front. Antarctic orcas will create waves watching seals off of ice floes. Our whales will be trained in sitting wave-making technique demonstrating around the world.
Oh no! Oh no! Basang-basa yun ito.
Now you just see these waves crashing in front of you. You can't really imagine the power of a wave until you have experienced it firsthand. Luckily, I have Izzy here with me today. All right, are you ready? Come on down. Okay, so take a seat on your blue iceberg right here. Okay, and back up all the way. There we go. Now, what's going to happen is it looks like we have Corky on her way, and she weighs in at over 8,000 pounds. She's going to be showing us that wave-making technique. So hold on, and here comes the wave. Nicely done, Izzy. How was that? Pretty cool, right? Well, thank you for being a great volunteer. Let's give her a round of applause. Because killer whales live in all parts of the ocean, it's no surprise they eat all types of prey. The blue whale on the screen is the largest animal. It is 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than these orcas. So how does a killer whale Icacus size eat a whale that size? It's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Part of everyday life for killer whales.
Nanonood ka doon eh, bigla ka na lang mababasa.
And practice their skills as they grow. Killer whales spend lots of time showing their playful side and interacting with each other, both in the wild and here at Seaworld.
Nawala yung uupo lahat doon.
It's when a killer whale swims fast, breaking out of the surface briefly. You'll see them doing this when riding in the wake of a boat or when surfing in a wave. Love to be touched and will rub their bellies whenever possible. We see the whales doing it here all the time, just like whales in British Columbia would. You'll also see the whales mimicking each other. We see it here at Seaworld all the time. The whales are always imitating and learning from each other.
Ito yung premise ng Orca the Killer Whale. Matalino.
A tailwind is used in hunting to stun fish. But today, these orcas just might be stunning you. All day, every day, which allows us to provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. The whales here take an active role in their own health and well-being. If you focus your attention across the pool, we have Vicky asking Corky for fluke present. This is a very important behavior because she has learned to present her tail flukes to her trainers. We can actually have a veterinarian come on out and take a blood sample right out of her tail. The whales have also been trained to slide their entire bodies up and out of the water so that we can get a weight on them each and every week. We weigh the whales to make sure that the youngsters are growing properly and that the adults are maintaining an appropriate health. We can even get a blood sample, or I'm sorry, a breath sample from their blowhole. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Ikaika right here in front of me, and he is what we like to call our goofball killer whale. And that's because he has a lot of personality. At over 7,000 pounds, he still acts like a toddler, where he's very playful and enjoys spending time with all of his behaviorists. We challenge whales every day to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play help keep the orcas in great shape.
The whales here at Seaworld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at Seaworld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orchinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
Visit kayo!
all for coming to Orca Encounter. We hope this presentation has given you a better understanding of these incredible animals. Enjoy your day at Seaworld.
Haba-haba rin yun, ha?